yes, council, through our president, requested a legal opinion on the basis that this complaint had been made against our rate policy at the natatorium. And you all have seen the legal opinion. I don't need to dive into the details of that. But I will say this, is based on what action you all take, this may or may not then come back to council. And to give you some sense of what the process will be, if you decide to take action and you reform your rate policy and it meets with everyone's approval, then it's over and done with from our perspective. If you decide not to make any changes in your rate policy, then council will be reviewing whether or not per ordinance we want to more or less usurp your authority to establish a rate policy on our own. That's something the legal opinion made clear that we could do. And so I would imagine that would be the next step. We would be considering bringing an ordinance down to make that decision. Assuming that ordinance comes and gets passed, for example, not saying it would, but if it did, the next step would be for council to appoint an ad hoc committee to oversee the current rate structure, look at options, look at statistics, of course, try to look at neighboring communities and glean from them what they're doing with their rate structures. And then that ad hoc committee would report back to council with a recommendation one way or the other, and then that would be voted on by a separate ordinance. So I perceive this as essentially a two-step process.